Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Tasha. If you don't already know my face, welcome. I post all things hair, lifestyle, hygiene, shopping. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to subscribe. Lately, I've been on here saying how much I don't love my natural hair. And to be honest, there are days where I'm just really fed up with it. And I honestly just don't like it. To be very fair, I haven't really taken care of my hair over the years. So it's like right now I am suffering the repercussions of not taking care of something that I care about. But at the same time, it's like I'm grateful for the amount of effort that I didn't put in my hair and how it is right now. I was like, you know what? Let me start a little hair series, literally of what I've been going through with my hair and the mistakes I've made. I feel like a lot of the natural hair community and a lot of people who are starting to go and grow their natural hair and have been growing their natural hair for a while, we all come to that point where it's like we don't like our hair. It was not really just a physical thing where I just looked at my hair and I didn't like it. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. So I was like, let me break it down into parts where I can discuss all of the things that I've been going through with my natural hair. Make sure that you subscribe so that you do not miss out. I posted a video a while back and I noticed the amount of attention it always gets. So I was like, you know what, let me talk about shampooing, because shampoo was one of those things where I never really paid attention to when it came to caring for my hair. I would watch my hair and be like, okay, let me get a moisturizing shampoo. Let me not buy the one that said it's for color, like stuff like that. Like I would pay attention to my hair minimally, but I wasn't really paying attention to it like I do now. I feel like a lot of the times whenever it comes to natural hair products, we hear people talking about curl creams, gels, oils. Even myself, I don't feel like there's enough said about shampoo. And it is actually a very bigger deal when it comes to natural hair. I know that when I changed the shampoo and the types that I would use at different times, it made such a major difference, even when I would use certain curl creams and gels and mousses. It is hard to actually love your natural hair if the root of it is messed up. Like if you're not taking care of your scalp, also if you're not moisturizing it right and you're not shampooing it right, how can you love it? So make sure to stick around in today's video so that it can all make sense, because it's not like when I say I hate my hair that I actually hate my hair. I just hate that I'm starting from a place where, man, I could have done better if I knew better. Remember, these are just experiences that I've been through. And I feel like it has a lot to do with just anybody and their natural hair. Your hair can only thrive once the scalp is healthy. That's what I've come to realize. Even recently, I've really fixed my scalp issue more than I've had in years, okay? A lot of the times, a lot of us are trying to fix the actual hair itself, But you have to remember where the hair is growing out of, which is your scalp. Oiling your scalp and moisturizing your scalp and using the right conditioners and shampoos for your scalp is very, very important. Ask yourself, is your hair itchy all the time? Is your scalp always dry? Is your hair always dry? Do you have a lot of flakes? Is there a lot of buildup happening? You can't ignore that and expect your hair to thrive. I've ignored that for a long time. I'll just be like, okay, my scalp this is just the way it is. And I would just try to take care of my hair when underneath I was having a very serious problem that I thought really couldn't change, but it could. Even when you moisturize your hair, how does it feel after you moisturize it? Most of the time, you just don't like your hair. You feel like your hair is so bad when really it's your scalp that's the problem. Even before I really started to pay more attention to my hair, I would stay away from sulfates and any type of harsh chemicals when it came to my shampoos and my conditioners. I would always look at the bottle, and if it said like sulfate free, paraben free, or it would say no this, no that, or a lot of the no's of the stuff that I really can't even pronounce. And even recently, before this video, I actually straightened my hair, okay? Because I wanted to trim it, right? And I also wanted to switch up my style. Like those were the two things. Like I was saying, like, yo guys, I really hate my hair right now. So I was like, you know what? Let me do something different. Let me straighten it. The way my hair came back so itchy, I was like, wow. I remember these days when my hair used to be so itchy. A part of it was because it was lacking so much moisture on top of the fact that I was straightening it so much. Like, I went through such a itch fest. I was like, you know what? Let me keep it with my curly hair routine for a while and see if it's so itchy after a week. Like, I was just itching and I was like, you know what? It's because I put that heat in it and I need to stay away from it again. You also don't want to go weeks without washing your hair. I feel like these protective styles, like I've said in other videos, they do more destruction than they do good. Like, yes, you're protecting your hair, you're doing those braiding styles, but okay, for me, I don't use braiding hair. I want to do some braids in my hair. Like, I want to add some extensions and do like some single braids, right? But I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to wash the hair and try it out, because I even put some braiding hair in my daughter's hair the other day, and the way it itched her so much. We're leaving in these protective styles so much, and it's just creating buildup. Is just making the hair grow too much fungus. Your scalp is sweating out. So it's like, yeah, you're growing your hair, but by the time you comb it out and stuff, like, what? Like, you have to do so many things to fix it. You have to deep condition it, put some good shampoo up in there. Like, it's doing more harm than it is good. That's why I try to even show protective styles that make more sense, even when it comes to my hair, in case somebody has the same type of hair problems that I have. Like, I don't agree with a lot of these protective styles and just covering up your hair and making it go ghost and be stripped away from getting nutrients of a wash. Like, your hair does need to wash every week if you have a certain hair type, and your hair does need to wash more often if you're the type of person to be going to the gym and being more active and your hair is sweating so much. If you have a more greasier hair type, my hair is more dry, so it's like, I'm not gonna run down a wash opposed to somebody whose hair is just way more greasy. There's also some people who wash their hair too often. I was one of those people. I would wash my hair way too often. I would be washing my hair like every day or every 2 days and wondering why it's so dry. And then I'm not even checking if I'm using a clarifying shampoo or not. I will get into clarifying shampoos and the different types of shampoos that you need to use later on. So if you're still here, you're gonna want to stick around, because there's different types of shampoos that you're gonna want to use depending on your hair state. When it comes to shampooing, you have to check with your hair and see if you have a lot of product buildup. I'm the type of person where I use a lot of curl creams, mousses, gels these days, because I have more of a curly hair routine. I do tend to have way more product buildup than I used to. I would more have like heat damage and split end problems back then. Now it's more of a buildup problem because I've incorporated more of a curly hair routine. There are days where it's like my hair just feels super coated. I know, like, man, I need to get this stuff out of my hair, and that's when I have to use like a certain type of shampoo in order for the product to just fully come out and start over. You always want to ask yourself questions, especially when you're going to go buy something like a shampoo or conditioner. Feel your hair, right? And be like, man, is there so much product in my hair? Right now, my hair doesn't feel like there's so much product in it because I didn't use that much product, and because this is like I think this is day 3. So the more I like spray water in it and I try to moisturize it and just, you know, get it ready for the day, the more product is going to come in my hair and the more buildup I'm going to have. And I'm going to feel the difference. Like, I feel my hair all the time. I feel it every day just to see what state that it's in. And it only takes a few seconds to really check what's going on with your hair. So if you're feeling your hair now and you're just like, yo, there is so much buildup. Like, before I straightened my hair the other day, my ends and the product buildup was driving me crazy. So that's when I was just like, yo, I hate my hair, because it was just frustrating me, because I was like, I know I need to trim it. It's not curling like it should, because once my ends are bad, like my ends tell me, yo, you need to trim your hair. I ended up trimming a lot because it wasn't feeling right. That's when you want to make sure you pick the right shampoo. So first I want to talk about clarifying shampoos. You don't want to use a clarifying shampoo too often. I wash my hair every week, but I have a lot of buildup in my hair. So there are some weeks where it's like, I don't mind using a clarifying shampoo maybe twice a month. I'll use a clarifying shampoo about twice a month. If I use it every week, like, it's because I use a lot of product that week. You don't want to use a clarifying shampoo too often, because then it can strip away a lot of the moisture from your hair. So you want to be careful of that. It's basically more powerful. It's giving your hair like a deep wash. It's getting all of that buildup away. But you don't want to be taking so much away from your hair if there's not a lot of like product buildup and dirt and, you know, fungus and flakes buildup that you really need to take out. You more would be stripping your hair away from its natural oils if you use a clarifying shampoo too often. Next, you have a moisturizing shampoo, which is one of my favorite shampoos. It's also going to get rid of a lot of dirt, but it's going to keep your hair moisturized more. If your hair feels rough, dry, frizzy, brittle, like mine, most of the times when you see, like, I'm just like, yo, I'm fed up with my hair because it feels dry, brittle. I don't like when my hair feels dry and brittle. It drives me crazy. That's when you want to use more of a moisturizing shampoo so that it can help build the moisture back into your hair and also not strip away the moisture that's already there. It will also help your hair to be less prone to breakage, because a lot of the times your hair will break and you'll have a lot more split ends because your hair is dry. I've noticed recently, even after I trim my hair, I would like look at strands of my hair, right, and I'll feel how they stay. But then I noticed like some of them would be thick, but when I look up, I would see like little splits in between. And those are scary because it's like you won't have a split at the end, but you'll have like a split in the middle. And that has a lot to do with just dryness. Your hair is just super dry, so it just breaks, it splits. And that's why sometimes you be brushing your hair and you're just like, why is there so many long strands coming out? It's because it's split all the way up there. To avoid that, you want to use more of a moisturizing shampoo and a moisturizing conditioner. Next, you have a dandruff shampoo, and I've been actually using dandruff shampoos more often now. I wish I incorporated that more into my routine, because that was like one of my main issues, and it was like I was ignoring it. More focused on my dry, brittle, frizzy hair, which was also important, but I also needed to incorporate a dandruff shampoo. I learned more about my dandruff and I actually took action and used a shampoo for my dandruff. Then I went back to using a moisturizing shampoo, and then I went back to using the dandruff shampoo. And I actually like the dandruff shampoo more than I did when I first used it, because I rotated between shampoos and I was like, oh, this is actually doing more than I thought. And my scalp really appreciated the dandruff shampoo, and I paired it with the conditioner. It really helped. Like, it honestly really helped my hair care. So you want to really pay attention, not like some big old project, okay guys, not like some big old homework, but like you'll notice how your hair is acting, right? And if you're even realizing like me, like, oh my gosh, I don't like my hair. Why? Like, is it really frizzy? Is it unable to manage? Is it a lot of flakes? Is there a lot of buildup? Or you just like, you don't like how it looks? Maybe you'd have to switch up your style. Like, ask yourself questions and see what you can do to fix it. Even I've been adding like a hair serum, the same scalp relief line, something that I never really use. I never really cared to use serums and stuff like that in my hair. I honestly don't really care to use much of them now. But I use this one and it has helped with my scalp a lot. So you just want to incorporate, you know, little things to help what is actually going on with your hair. Even help all of them at once if you have to. You know, so use a moisturizing shampoo and also use something like to help with an itchy scalp. Also, you want to incorporate more everyday shampoo, and for me that would be like shampoos where there's just less chemicals, like I said, and sulfate free shampoos, something that is moisturizing. The washes would depend on your lifestyle. So if you're somebody who is more active, if you're more outside, and then just that natural environmental debris in your hair, it will smell. Like, if it smells, you actually want to wash your hair more than the average person who's not outside or doesn't work out as much, because their hair is less sweaty. So you just want to use a shampoo that is just more gentle. And for me, the ones that are more gentle are the ones that have less chemicals in it. If anything, I've always stayed away from shampoos that doesn't have too much chemicals, because I would notice that my hair didn't like it. Even for me, Head and Shoulders, for some reason, it never really agreed with me back in the day. I never really tried any type of new formula that it may have now. And because just I use a lot of Head and Shoulders when I was straightening my hair, it was like I would stay away from it because I just felt like it wasn't doing my hair any justice. I always tend to read the ingredients when it comes to my shampoo. If I can't pronounce a lot of the first few ingredients, there's just no way I'm going to use it, especially now. So like your everyday shampoo for me would be a more moisturizing one, less chemicals and stuff like that. All of these reasons, when it comes from your scalp, the type of shampoos that you use, how often you wash your hair, especially if it needs to be washed, if you wash it too much, tie back into how your curls may be performing if you're a natural curly hair girl like me. I have days where I just really don't like my curls because of all of those things that I was doing wrong when it came to my hair care routine. When it came to my hair care routine, I didn't really have one. I was just doing whatever, whenever, and not really paying attention to my hair. Sometimes it's like you may have too much product in your hair, and then over time your curls just start to just look lousy because it needs a clarifying shampoo. It needs to be washed away from all the dirt, all the fungus, all the flakes, all the buildup, all the product, and it just needs a new slate. Just knowing what types of shampoos to use at the time can really help with your curly hair routine. So before you go out there and buy another curly hair product and go running down the new thing that you see, ask yourself, when is the last time you actually properly took care of your scalp? For me, that's where it starts, is your scalp. And I've even said it before, your scalp has a lot to do even with your skincare. If you realize that even your face is feeling greasy and your skincare products are just not acting the way that it usually does, especially for somebody with eczema like me, a lot of the times it stems from your scalp. Don't be running down certain hair creams, like, buy it. And if you're wondering why it's not working, how are you dealing with your scalp? If you found this video very helpful and you took away a lot when it came to shampoo, I have much more to say when it comes to your natural hair, and I want to be here to help you. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as that like button if you like this video, so that we can keep going on with this hair series, because there have been days where I just really haven't liked my hair, you guys. Like, and I feel like a crazy person because there's days where it's just like, what am I talking about? Yes, they say hair is just hair, but for me, I've been growing up with this hair, right? And I've been going through the most of it. Hair has just always been a big part of me. People always ask me about my hair and what I do to it, how do I curl it? And sometimes I'm just like, if you only knew, like, there's just days I really just don't like it. And because I don't like it, I feel like it's just ugly. I know that I made a lot of mistakes when it came to my hair care, but I've also learned so much when it came to my hair from trial and error and just even dealing with my own daughter's hair. And I know that, it's just a journey. Make sure to comment below if you have any questions about your hair. If I have anything to say about it, I'll make sure that I cover it in case I myself even miss something that I may even know. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much to me. Make sure to share, because if you're having issues with your hair, there may be somebody else that you can help out by sharing this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.